Hi, this is Jane with Jayne Design. I'm going to show you how to use the calendar on ampsurf.org. So to begin with, I'm going to note that we have our own events on this website. It's going to take us to a category of blog posts that are listed under the category events. So we can see that there's 3 events in here. And the way that we would find those in the dashboard, by going over here to the dashboard, just getting into like a nice home base here. From there we can click on posts. And there can be multiple posts here, but the 3 that are here are the 3 exact items that we're seeing that are listed here. The reason that we're seeing them under the navigation bar link events is because these are all categorized as events. So if we were to click on one of these, let's say this top one, Learn to Surf in Pismo Beach, we can see down here that the item is categorized as events. So because of the way that we've structured this navigation bar, all the items that are blog posts that are categorized as events will be shown listed here. When we click on one of these, we'll get some more information about that actual blog post, which would look like this. So in order to add an event to ampsurf.org, the best procedure is to start here with a brand new blog post. So what you would do is come over here, add a new post, and include all the information that a participant or sponsor would need in order to participate or sponsor this event. When you're done with that, you'd make sure that you would click Events and publish it. And from there, we would be able to see it when we clicked on Events. So that would be your first step in adding an event. The second step that we would add to this is we would come over here to My Calendar. I'm just going to click on this first one so you can see what the main page looks like and what our options are. Okay. And so from here, it just starts with adding an event. So you can see that there's many items in here, and the first one is add an event. So right here, what we would do is begin to add our event. And the reason that we're adding that event is so that it can show up over here on the right-hand side. So with this particular plugin, this will allow us to be able to add the item as an event. It'll show up over here, and when we do it right, we click on one of these, it'll take us directly to the post that we created. So if we click on, for instance, Learn to Surf Clinic, it takes us to this blog post that we created. Okay, so in order to create that juncture, what we'd do is we would come over here and we would give the event a title. We can give it a description. We really don't need to add an image because we're going to create a blog post with all that information. But this URL is going to be really critical because it's what it's going to create that link between this item over here and the blog post. So in order to create that link, what we would do is we would go to our blog post on the website. We would click up here. We can go to Edit and Copy, or Control C on your keyboard. We want to copy that URL. It's easier to have 2 tabs up here, by the way, so you can work back and forth like I am. And you would paste that in there. You can do it by going to Edit Paste or Control V. Command or Control V, depending on whether you're on a PC or on Mac. Once that's done, you want to make sure that you include the date that the event is going to be held, whether it's all day, whether you want to hide the end time. There's some additional information in here. I do like this recurring item, especially for AmpSurf, since they do have the clinics, and those are recurring. So you would include the number of times that it would recur. So in other words, if it would happen, for the next 3 years, you put in the number of times this event would occur over the next 3 years, and then you can include how often it happens, and then whether it happens that often every day, or in this case, it would happen monthly. There's some additional items in here you can check if it's relevant. And then I do like this location option here. You can choose the location that it's being held. And then when you're done, you would save the event. Now, in order to work with this event location, you would come over here, and this is just a little sidebar, but it's an important one. You would manage your locations by clicking over here. And when you want to add a location, you simply fill this out, add the location. And when you do, it's going to be included as one of the options in the drop-down. So for instance, I've already added the location for the Central Coast Veterans Golf Classic. And so when I look at this information here, I can do this and then choose the proper location and save the event. Now, when we fill this out properly, what we're going to do again is we're going to find that we come over here and we click on one of these items and we've included the right URL. I can click on this. And there would be the event, and then the information that the people would need in order to participate. Okay, that should get us through just adding some events for your website, and I hope that gets you started.